VarsityKansas.com 2-minute drill. I am Joanna Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle and VarsityKansas.com, and I watched Carroll. It was a shocking 70-15 win over number 2 ranked Heights. It was 1 versus 2 in 5A, and Carroll just dominated. I can't say that Heights played a bad game. It's just that Carroll beat them. It was really impressive, just the defensive lines, what they were able to do to smother the run of Heights, and then the offensive line really took it to Heights' defensive line, which just got worked because of the very poor position they were put in throughout the night. Incredible game for Carroll. Another big night in Kansas was Otis Bison's Brad Lightfoot. 10 touchdowns, 415 all-purpose yards. Pretty impressive night. East gets its first win, Khalil Burnett, with a 66-yard run. He had 142 receiving yards as well. Derby beats Hutch. Hutch is now 1-3. Derby's Curtis Winton with 3 TDs, while Brady Rust had 2. Mays South relied on its defense. This is a team known for its defense, and it also got some scoring from Corey Frausto with 2 TDs. He had 150 passing yards, 2 TDs throwing, and 2 rushing. Capen ends its 2-game losing streak, and they beat West. I expected West to win this game, especially considering how Capen had been playing, but Capen takes it to them, gets an early turnover, and they just went on their way with Alexander Norris with 141 rushing yards, Brock Monty with 185 passing. Andover's Cohen Rasmussen threw for 189. He had 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown as Andover stays unbeaten and beats Valley Center. I thought that game might be close because, they had both struggled to beat Ark City, but Andover comes out victorious there. Northwest, Kevin Folsom, 98 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, 214 passing yards. Good win there for Northwest over Southeast. Mays gets a win over Campus. They recover from last week's loss to Salina Central. It was Connor Lungwitz with 232 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. How about freshman Dalen Johnson coming in? 103 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Buhler gets another win. It's Jace Williams with 2 touchdowns passing, 2 rushing, 229 rushing yards with 165 passing. The kid's just a do-it-all, versatile type player. Ark City's Brock Dowler, he had 4 touchdowns in their win, and Collegiate's Jaquise Williams. He gets 4 touchdowns, 205 rushing yards as Collegiate takes it to Mulvane. And then there's Wellington quarterback Trevor Nance, 5 touchdowns. He threw for 5 touchdowns, 4 of them to Colin Richenberger. I tell you, Wellington is a team you might want to watch out for. They're unbeaten right now, and they are really beating teams. Just absolute domination. Cheney's Tyler Trigo, he goes 212 rushing yards for 2 touchdowns, and they win their 3rd straight game. Conway Springs' Luke Fisher, 4 touchdowns, 224 rushing yards. And how about Kingman? Kingman, 4 games, unbeaten, has not given up a point. They're not winning big here necessarily. Their biggest win is 20-0, but they are not allowing any points either. Thanks so much for watching the VarsityKansas.com 2-minute drill. We'll see you next week.